good afternoon. I'm sure by now you have undoubtedly heard about the tragic shooting that happened in Nashville this morning. And I've been watching the live feeds, if you will, of the news outlets, namely CNN, because they do a good job of putting out the updates in a timely fashion. I know and understand propaganda, and not a problem. However, I have noticed, and I do have CNN up here because I'm still waiting for the release of a name. As far as I know, they have yet to release a name, but they have released that it was a 28-year-old female. They claim that entered with 2 assault-style rifles and a handgun. So no idea of motives have been released or anything like that. We don't have a name. We don't, still waiting on that information, and that is what I'm watching for. However, what there is not a scarcity of is the gun control rhetoric. And boy, they came out of the gate hard this morning. So, this talks about, and these are the latest posts, but you see here, Biden calls on Congress to pass an assault weapons ban following Nashville shooting. Okay, and of course, they fearmonger the hell out of people throughout this. This White House calls on Congress to take action and pass gun safety legislation, right? And you think you're done there? No, you're not done there. No, you're not done there. Nope. No, because we had Joe Biden come out and say our children deserve better, and you couldn't be any more correct. Our children do deserve much better than what you and your husband's administration and let's just be honest, any of the sitting government. Our children deserve better than that. A lot better than that. But let's get more to the topic at hand here. Sorry, I'm clicking things. Let's get more to the topic at hand here. I was trying to see what this latest update was. Now they're saying that they believe she was a student, once a student at the school. So, I am looking, okay, they still have not given the woman's name. And as I had said on Twitter, the reason why they do this is because they want to see what the narrative is. They want to see what the real narrative is. In other words, they want to go through, they want to scour all social media, and they want to remove anything or hide anything that won't go along with their agenda. Then, and only then, will they release the name. Because you get individuals out there like the website Heavy that does an incredible job of digging up information on these people that commit these acts. And I am convinced that there have been multiple times that websites like Heavy and others have completely prevented a narrative from being spun. And so they're trying to get a hold of that. They're trying to be able to get a hold of the social media accounts. And then they control the information. The chances of a few people here or there that might have personally known this person being able to get a voice out there is so slim to none. You wouldn't believe how much they silence people's voices in this country. It happens a lot. Sure, there's a lot of stuff we get through, and there's a lot of stuff that we do talk about, but there is a whole hell of a lot more that gets squashed before it's ever seen. Folks, now is not a good time for the Second Amendment argument. And this is why. We are at a time in our nation in which the tensions have probably been the highest since the Civil War. Undoubtedly. And I'm telling you right now, there are a lot of individuals in this country that are tired. They're tired of it. They're tired of getting told how they're supposed to think. They're tired of getting told what they're supposed to accept. And it is going to come to a point to where they say no more. Look, I don't like seeing news like this. I don't think very many people do like seeing news like this. But how about we start dealing with the roots of these problems instead of trying to pin the blame on an inanimate object that has to have an individual behind it in order to commit the act? So why don't we focus on the individual behind the weapon committing the act, find out what wires got messed up in their minds, and work on trying to come up with solutions for that. Because if you take the guns away, it's just going to get really brutal. Look at other nations. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. I would much rather somebody take me out by one of the head than be stabbed 18 times. You know? It is what it is, right? They're bringing back the firing squads as a form of capital punishment, or they're trying to. There's a reason for that. Because death by firing squad is pretty quick. Pretty quick. And apparently enough individuals think that it's humane. Now, I don't think that very many people would agree that it would be humane to execute individuals by stabbing them to death, do you? I don't. So therefore, I must say, I hadn't been shot, hadn't been stabbed, so I just have to go by what I'm guessing here, but I'd have to say it's probably a much better way to go out by being shot than by being stabbed 18 times. And it depends. Man could be shot in the nutsack and slowly bleed to death. That would kind of suck. So, but hey, there's a lot of variables with any of this. I know. Pleasant thoughts, right? Good visuals today, right? Be careful, and I'm speaking to the left on this. I know the left just loves my channel. I'm sure plenty of them watch it. Don't worry, left. I'm just as harsh, probably even more harsh on the right. So you guys are kind of admittingly messed up, okay? You guys admit to your mental whatever the hell's going on with you. Red team doesn't. They hide it. They cover it up. They lie about it. They do everything they can to hide their mental illness. So, I'm just saying the argument for gun control is probably not a good one to have anymore. Probably not. I have a feeling that there are individuals that are getting sick and tired of it. Just saying. You do you, boo. But probably not the time anymore. We live in a different environment. People en masse are learning more and more about how their protection, their safety is on them and only on them. And as people are learning about this more and more people are becoming armed. In fact, we've had all kinds of sales involved, gun sales, like records and stuff like that. We've had a bunch of people entering training to learn how to use firearms. So it's definitely something that's becoming more and more accepted and widely practiced, and including the concealed carry. There's a lot more people now that's practicing that. So when people are veering back towards that because they're once again remembering or coming under the understanding that they are truly responsible for their own protection and their loved ones' protection, good luck telling those people that had a hard time making that decision. Good luck convincing them that now they need to unmake their decision. See, it's not the long-time gun owners that's going to be so quick to be upset. It's the person that just started participating in their rights and freedoms that are going to be more upset. I guarantee it. Because there is nothing worse than building yourself up to finally do something and then have somebody else take it away from you. That's what you're looking at. A whole lot of new gun owners in this country. If you think you can, see if you can get lucky. Punk. Shalom.